Hello, my name is Elizabeth Holleman, Kintsugi Life Coach. Today I'd like to talk about relationship, and my topic today is, are you the one fixing the relationship? Before I get into that topic, I'd like us to first of all start at the beginning. Have you ever built a house? Or are you planning to build a house? Either way, the most important part of building a house is the foundation. For those of you who have built a house, you just know how much effort has been put into that. You've seen it, it's been daunting, tears of joy, tears of pain, the amount of money that you've had to sacrifice, and another bag of cement, and some more wires have got to be put. Because in the foundation, you want it to be firm, and you want it to hold the four walls. And most likely you're planning also with another floor at the top. So the foundation is what is going to hold everything. The foundation is what is the center, and it keeps everything firm. So just like building a house, a relationship is also the same. You have to build a relationship. And in building a relationship, you also have to invest some core elements, which I want to share with you today. My first core element is love. Without love, you cannot say that you are in a proper relationship. You need love for one another. You need to show love for one another. Love is affection. Love is, thinking about the person. Always being considerate of the other person. Always asking yourself, is this something I would like somebody to do to me? Because if that is something that you don't want to be done to you, then obviously you don't want to do it to the other person. So love is very, very important. Which brings me to the point of number 2, which is respect. Now, respect is something that is, for me, uncompromising. I've been married now for 25 plus years. It is one thing in our relationship, there is a big trust and respect. In the respect is where I know exactly where my partner's red line is, and he knows exactly where my red line is. Now, the red line for me is that line that you do not cross. Because if you cross that line, then you know exactly that you are going to have to face some consequences. And there may not be consequences that you necessarily want to experience, or the partner wants to experience. So we both know where those red lines is, and we respect that. The next one, which I started on, was trust. Do I trust my partner? Does he trust me? Yes, definitely. 100 or maybe even 1000%. He knows exactly that if I am, for example, going somewhere to do something, he can trust that I will make proper and rightful decisions based on the foundation that we built our relationship and our marriage on. I will not compromise what I have invested my time and energy on. And the same thing, he will not do the same. So I can imagine that even if he goes somewhere without me, I do not have to fear that he's having some relationship somewhere, or he's doing something to compromise our relationship. So the trust must be there, and the trust is always on both sides. Now, for those of you who have been married for a while, or those of you who are planning to start a relationship, you must factor in progress. Because progress is what actually I find breaks relationship. When there is an imbalance of progress, maybe the husband is really pushing up his career, going one step after another, up, and the wife is stagnant, not going anywhere. Maybe she had to sacrifice herself, her careers for the family. And after a while, she too would like to get up on that ladder of career. Because psychologically, we all want to do something. We all want to be appreciated. We also want to have a sense of fulfillment. That emotional adrenaline, the one that is telling you, wow, you've done it. You've made it. This is something very, very natural that you cannot just subdue simply because you are married. It has to be there, and it has to be kept burning. So in a relationship, it has got to be a back-to-back as you move up the top of the ladder. in this relationship. You have to look back and say, look at where we started. Maybe we were living in a small little place, small little apartment. Nowadays we're living in our own house with a swimming pool. So there is development that you are seeing. So the progress is there, not only the materialistic progress, but also in your personal development progress. That is, I find, very, very important. My fifth and final point is the children. Now, if there are children that are already in the relationship, or you are planning to have children, please do remember that children are just not objects. They are seeing. And children, the reason why we call them children is because they have only two colors that can interpret it, black or white. And until a certain time when they are going to take that, what they are seeing, and implement it or put it into their own lives, they will need to see role models. And who are their first role models? Dad and mom. For the boys, I'd like to be like my dad. So if you dads are mistreating your wives, then you can be rest assured that the tools you're giving your children or your son is one of, this is how women are treated. And the girls, if you are not, mom, if you are not fighting for your rightful position in this marriage, and that you get all those other components that I spoke about, love, respect, trust, and progress, then the message you're giving this little girl is, this is how women are treated. So she's going to go into a relationship, one which is similar to yours or even worse, and think, this is how women are supposed to be treated. So in all this, if you are the one who is in this relationship, if you're coming back to the topic, fix it, and you are the one who is fixing, because all these components are not available, then you need to ask yourself, what is my position in this marriage? What did I build my house on? Was it built on sand or was it built on a rock? Because a relationship that is not reciprocal, that you are the one who is always forgiving and the other person is always crossing those red lines and you are forgiving. My grandmother used to say, you can make a mistake once, you can make a mistake twice, but if you make that mistake 3 times, the same mistake, then it's a habit. So if you are in this relationship and you are permanently forgiving, which means you are permanently fixing the relationship, you are not only destroying your life, but that of the children as well. So you need to find out for yourself, in your own way, where are you going with the relationship? If it is the man who is not happy with the relationship because of these factors are missing, or if it is the girl who is seeing these factors are missing, you need to sit down. There is going to be a lot of noise in the market, a lot of people who are going to be advising you. The pastors, pray harder, your in-laws, your whatever. But at the end of the day, none of them are going to be with you in the bedroom to know what you're going through. So at the end of the day, it is just you who have to decide, what is my next move when it comes to this relationship? Do I still want to be the fixer? Is there still something to be fixed in terms of, can we go to counseling? But if you find that this is not the case, then I am sure that even before you reached this phase, you knew exactly what steps you needed to take. I do hope that this has been has given some sort of answers to those questions that people have been asking. And if you have any topic that you'd like me to talk to, I'm very happy to do so. I have been married for 25 plus years, happily married for 25 plus years. I have seen the ups and downs of life, and I can assure you there is always a solution to problems. Thank you very much. Until next time.